Hey guys, it's Billy and Bonsai, and thank you for watching my Navigating Reality videos. And in this video, I want to talk about the illusions of the ego. When people talk about reality as being Maya, or the illusion, or a world of illusions, what that is describing is how the ego perceives things outside of us that aren't actually real. And the ego is made to keep us alive, to make sure that we have intellectual capacity to judge, think, and critique, and discern information from our environment to then better serve us to make a decision or to experience something out of choice. And so if you think of the ego as a construct to help us survive and make decisions, it can also be used against us as like a weapon. And when it is used against us like a weapon, it starts feeding you thoughts of judgment about yourself and others, resentment, fear, hate, pain, anger, basically all the lower states of consciousness. And once you realize that you have an altered part of you, the ego that's been altered by limited and negative thoughts, such as you have no control over your health, you have no control over your life, and we're all destined to a fate that we cannot control. And these are all limited realities that if we keep thinking and believing them, it creates an altered version in our head that then creates a civil-like war between the two hemispheres of our left and right brain, or our, you could say, your heart and your mind. And when those two are in battle with each other, there is a lessening of your energy, of your life force, and your reality is also reflected in a limited way. And so when you realize that there are constructs of our mind and voices that we hear, that we receive and attract due to our state of consciousness, then your destiny can be fulfilled by you becoming aware of what's holding you back. And the only thing that holds us really back is these limiting thoughts and beliefs about ourselves. And the illusions that the ego creates is out of fear. So whenever you feel a projection of your ego, let's say you find a person, place, or thing known to be limited or frightful, or like, let's say you can't go to a restaurant now because of a new variant of Delta or COVID. And so you start to believe that, and then you send your body that energy, then it believes that that's a future experience that you're going to create, because it listens to you. It's your body is the best friend you've ever had, and is your home on earth.
What is it, like some kind of projector or something?
Yeah, but it's really advanced.
It looked so real.
Yeah, really real.
Wait a minute, does that mean that...
The elementals are fake? That doesn't make any sense because we were there, right? There was fire and destruction, and who would do something like that?
Mysterio.
So it listens to everything you say, because then it changes your DNA to then transmit a reality, so then you can receive the energy that you send your body. So whatever you are thinking about, whether it be limited or grand, your body's then going to create that experience for you in vibration, frequency, and your energy. So then when you perceive something outside of yourself, if you do feel fear, or if you feel a limited thought that's more in power and control over you, then the work is to realize that is a projection of your ego, because it is becoming aware of itself, and it doesn't want you to know. It doesn't want you to become aware of this presence of altered self. Because when you become aware of these limited thoughts and beliefs in your head, it changes the neurons and the pathways in your brain to then receive different and more unlimited realities. And so it does everything in its way to survive, to keep itself alive. And it uses fear, control, and lower emotions such as fear, such as pain, anger, and sadness, to keep you in a comfort zone, in a stasis that it can thrive on, because it thrives on the energy of limitation and pain and suffering. And so suffering creates the realization that something needs to change. And that's what we're all experiencing now. We're all being traumatized emotionally, physically, and mentally to become aware of ourselves and what creates our reality.
But you've got to decide whether you're going to step up or not. Stark chose you. He made you an Avenger. I need that. The world needs that. Maybe Stark was wrong. Was he? The choice is yours.
And the thing is to not be tricked or fooled by these projections of these voices in your head about other people, places, things, time, or events, because that's just its way of controlling you. Like a good way to describe it, like in religion, the devil was created, but the devil was created by the ego as itself. So if you think about that, we created the devil thinking there is an enemy outside of us, but that is a projection of what's inside of you as itself.
Oh, it's not real, it's not real, it's not real! Whoa! That's awesome.
So the ego projects itself saying, look, there's a devil in that person, or they're wrong, or I'm right. But that's it, your ego projecting itself onto other people when there's nothing wrong with them at all. There's nothing that you need to do or work on or help or fix or do.
We have one mission. Kill it. And you're coming with us.
It's just the voice in your head you need to be aware of and give it less attention. And then all the evil and suffering and pain in the world will disintegrate because our focus and our energy is not on that. And so we have to become aware of these subconscious, of these unconscious, subconscious programs that exist in places that we cannot see.
I didn't think I was gonna have to save the world this summer. I know that makes me sound like such a jerk. I had this plan with this girl that I really like, and now it's all ruined.
You're not a jerk for wanting a normal life, kid. It's a hard path. You see things, you do things, you make choices. People look up to you, and even if you win a battle, sometimes they die.
And the spiritual ego hides in the darkness, in the inner work that you do, and projects itself outward saying, oh, this person's less woke and awake than me, so I have to be less compassionate to them because they're lesser than me. Or this person doesn't know anything or knowledge or anything like that about what they're talking about, and they're not practicing it. And those are all thoughts that I had that face to realize that there are projections in my own ego limiting my own energy by projecting itself onto others so it can control me, instead of me being aware of those voices, letting it go, and then knowing that the person in front of me is already perfect and whole, because I'm perfect and whole. And the only reason that we have these limited negative thoughts about others and ourselves is because we allow them in our mind. We only see others the way that we are able to see ourselves. And so the more that you can see other people as being whole and complete, and the only thing that you need to help anyone at is not a mission. The only mission is for you to experience happiness and joy, to become self-actualized as the creator of your reality. Because once you realize that, and you have the full realization that everything around you is a creation of your state of consciousness and your energy, then you won't ever allow evil, pain, sickness, anger, hurt, disease, illness in your consciousness, because you never want to experience that in your reality.
Your lies are over, Beck.
And so it doesn't matter what anyone projects outside of them as they're wrong or they're doing bad or they're evil. They are just projecting their own ego onto other people. And yes, there are people that have lower states of consciousness but they're going to have to face their karma and their decisions as a spiritual being no matter what. So whatever justice that you feel or desire or need outside of you is because there's injustice inside of you. And that realization takes you to another state of consciousness that is above the mind, above these warlike thoughts in the animal soul, that you become an expressive being, able to speak your truth, not worrying about what other people think or feel or their emotions, because you know that the truth frees them of their ego. No matter how painful it might be, it makes them become aware of themselves in a capacity where they have to take full responsibility. And if they don't, then they have to mature on their own, and they'll realize and come back to you that the truth was there to help set them free. And it's their choice to either stay in their prison or to let it go and to free themselves. So the best way that I can describe these illusions is that become aware of every thought that you have about other people, places, things, times, and events. Analyze and observe them, because whatever you think about others is really what you think about yourself.
You lied to me. And I trusted you.
I know. That's the most disappointing part. You're a good person, Peter. Such a weakness. Stark was right. You do deserve that.
You can't trick me anymore. Edith, turn off the drones!
And really think about that, because that is what will help you heal your world and your reality, and will create a environment where everyone around you is exactly the way you think they are. And you might have other thoughts of other people that start to change and they start to evolve because you're evolving. And it's not that the outside ever needs to change in order to make us happy. You have to change. And that takes a lot of discipline and inner work and focus on things that are real rather than things that aren't real, which is the things outside of you. Because in the end, you realize you create everything. People, the places, things, times, and events, it's all created with your consciousness. And you're that powerful that you can create anything for you to experience in reality.
I'm so sorry. I had this plan, this stupid plan, and I wrote it all down, and I was gonna buy you this. I'd give it to you in Paris at the top. And you kissed me.
I don't really have much luck when it comes to getting close to people. So I lied. I wasn't just watching you because I thought you were Spider-Man.
That's great.
Black Dahlia, like the murder.
Yeah. Sorry, it's broken.
I actually like it better broken.
I really like you.
I really like you too.
And you have to keep telling yourself that there's infinite potentials to experience, and the ones that are being presented to us are very limited. And you do not ever have to invite those into your consciousness as future potentials and realities. You are the creator of your reality, no one else. Your consciousness is so powerful that you can create anything that you want to experience by just believing it and thinking about it. So really think about that and what you want to experience in your life, because you can create it. And all you have to do is focus it on the inside and become one with it. Love it like anything else that you do in physical life. Love it like you're creating something out of you, inside of you, and through you. Because then you will experience it and discover what it really means to be a creator of your reality, which is happiness, bliss, and like eternal freedom from all limitations and control.
Oh my boy.
kept my identity pretty guarded this past couple years. I faced a lot of deception, and I'm tired of the lies. So it's time for the truth to be out there.
So I hope this resonates with you and you find motivation, inspiration, and empowerment to keep working on yourself and developing stronger mental capacity to face these limiting and negative thoughts in your head. And thank you again for watching these videos. And please don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and hit the alert button so you're notified of all videos when they are released. And please don't forget to join the 58 membership for $25 a month for guided meditations, monthly energy readings, and consultations to help you on your inner journey to your creative intelligence and potential. You guys have a wonderful day.